Novation agreement we did right in the heart of South Philadelphia, right down the street from Noor Fuel, right off of Passyunk Ave. There's literally a RE/MAX office right by this property. The thing that I want to mention that's very interesting with this deal is it was impossible to work with the seller through a cash offer because the property was immaculate. Like there was nothing that was needed on this property. The only other thing you could have offered the lady was, to me, a creative option. You could do seller finance, where I highly doubt seller finance would work, but you could offer her seller finance in theory because she didn't have debt and maybe she would hold a note, but that wouldn't work. However, the only other two possible options were listing the property as an agent or doing a novation agreement. So let me explain to you why a novation agreement is powerful, and I'll show you the HUD of what makes it so powerful. Okay, as you can see here, novation agreement payment to Portfolio Asset Group, $47,128.30. The reason why I want to mention how powerful that is this was captured and done in less than 40 days. We didn't have to pick up a hammer. We didn't have to close on the property. We made $47,000 in less than 40 days. Why that's so impactful? Because I've done so many fix and flips over the years, and the pain of buying it, closing it, going through a hard money lender, a private lender, then fixing the property, reselling the home. Mark my words, I've done hundreds of flips. It's very rare that you make $47,000 net in a short window of time, okay? Even if it's a paint and carpet job, I mean, if you're buying it from a wholesaler, highly doubt you're gonna make $47,000 in a quick 40-day window. And on top of that, if you're going direct to seller, it's very feasible, but you still have to close on the property. You still have to go through all the craziness of it. But this is why a novation agreement, in my opinion, is great. What you offer the seller is a turnkey solution. So they are gonna net a specific number that you guys come to agreement with, which I did. In this case, I told the seller I would give them a little bit more if we sold it at a higher number than her $355 mark. So I would give her an additional $5,000. So what we did was we marketed the property, myself and an agent named Carson. And what we did was we had a huge open house to this property. Okay, we had an open house. She actually showed up for the first couple minutes of the open house and then left and went to a local coffee shop. But the amount of traction we got at the open house pushed the property up from $390,000 to $430,000, which it eventually sold for. So it went $40,000 over the list price. So this was a strategic idea of marketing it low, getting a ton of activity. Even the seller, when she was leaving, she was tripping over buyers that were coming through the door. So if you have a situation that seems like a novation agreement where the property's in pretty good shape, seller wants a little bit more, get me involved. I love working through those type of deals with a seller.